This is my December flip in my Traveler's Notebook Bullet Journal Planner, and this is a Sumpkin. It comes with dot grid paper, so I make all of my own spreads. I have enough to do February in here with a few pages left over, but not enough to do March. So I started this in October, as you can see, and she is thickums, and that's the way we roll around here. Because I like to go heavy duty on my decorating. I love my deco, so it gives me a nice creative outlet. Here is this profile and the bottom, and I'm squeezing this shut like no one's business. Okay, now I actually have 2 reams of bright white Nita cardstock. Yeah, it's cardstock, and I set this on top for a couple of days. It did work, and then I've been using it, so it's just back to this, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. I love this thing. I am having so much fun in here. Now, my cover of choice for this month is this Spek right here. So initially I had this for my January flip with this in here, and that's it. I have since changed some things around because that's what we do in the planner community. I have a friction pen here. I'll show you this at the end, okay? How I'm using that. And let's just jump right in to this. So I have this gorgeous pen. This is a friction ball, 4-barrel. All of these little clicker points are white. I got this at the same time I got this friction ball slim, I do believe it's called. I love the clear with the white. I'm just having a moment with it, if you know what I mean. And I am a fountain pen person, so for me to use these, yeah, friction ball slim is saying something. I love my pens. I just do. And I got those from Yoseka Stationery quite a while ago now. So, onward to the December section. Okay, this is my perhaps one-day section that I started at the end of November, and I still utilize this. But I like having this in here as well as in my cloth and paper half-lettered disc-bound planner. I haven't filmed in a while, can you tell? It's like when you're driving and you just know the way, so you have to take a minute to think, okay, what is that street called? Because I'm a total landmark type of a person when I'm driving, and that's just how I've always been for years and years. My mom's secretary took me to get my learner's permit. I remember that. Or was that my learner's permit? No. It was either my learner's permit or my first driving. And that was in Miami, of all places, you know? But anyway. Long story. It was fun, though. It's all good. But, yeah, I don't know how I jumped off on that tangent, and I just digress. But it is what it is. So, December, here we are. Hello, beauties. I love my gingerbread theme. I'm completely obsessed with this. I've been into gingerbread for a few years because I started collecting gingerbread stuff at Hobby Lobby. Just little charms and things like that. At least 3 or 4 years ago. Then, cheap crafty girl, known as Crafty Girl now, Marie, she did her kitchen in gingerbread for December, and I just completely changed my theme and decided to go with the gingerbread. I love this. I used wax seals with pink, and then I made these pop-up gingerbread girls and boys. I just hand drew these, and then I cut them out. I had a template, and then I cut it out by hand. I sewed on plaid buttons, of course, because I love plaid, with pink thread. And then I used stickles, and then I just hole punched some cute little chigs on everybody, and then bows for the girls. Girls are flanked, or in the middle, and the boys flank the girls, and bow ties for the little boys. And I just think this is precious beyond. So, love that so much. So, scrapbook.com is this paper, and this paper here. Okay, so this is my cover page, and you can see I did not actually write December. Now I know gingerbread is December for me, so I felt like I didn't need to write it or to put stickers or anything, you know. So I didn't. Alright, and over here, this time I do have a calendar that I use, and it's very, very thick cardstock, but I decided to just Xerox a copy of it because I used it in November here and in October, and it's just so thick that I decided not to do that. Oh no, maybe I didn't use it in October. Yeah, doesn't look like I did. I'd have to flip completely through this. But my point is it's really thick, and so I just didn't want to do that for every month, so I just Xeroxed that. And then I used stamps and my Wink of Stellas to get the glitter effect, color them in. This is my inbox section, and I just love this paper of the houses, so I put that there. And this is, pardon me, a lot of deco, but this is a very functional planner. And I have some more ideas because I'm contemplating my setup, obviously, for February already, and I have some more things that I want to incorporate into there. And I also utilize the Getting Things Done method by David Allen, which I'm still loving. I started getting into that in September, and I'm already just down the rabbit hole with that. So I highly recommend that, and I will link his book below. Then here is my brain drain section. So for this, I hand lettered everything myself. I added the washi tape. I had this on hand, the buffalo check plaid, and I was waiting on my order from the UK because I think it was like the 26th of November I got that wild hair, and I decided, well, I'm just changing my whole theme, so I knew I would have to wait on that in order to completely finish setting up my December layouts, which is totally fine. So anyway, I mean, when you have that idea, you just want to go for it. You know what I mean? Anyway, it was somewhere late in the month, and I knew I would have to wait in November when I changed my mind. Because I was going to do snowmen and snowflakes, and I decided to do that for January. Anyway. So, I just totally changed my mind. I'm trying to find that. Oh yeah, last minute change to December theme, Gingerbread. Got out gingerbread stamps and dies. Because I was going to use a die set for this portion, and then I just didn't. I just decided to do it by hand. So that was actually the 28th. Maybe I should just highlight that because I seem to want to reference that a bit. Here's a Tombow brush pen in 942. Yeah, I think it was well worth it though. Change December theme last minute. And here is and then I did my Etsy gingerbread order to get that washi tape and my gingerbread paper. The paper arrived lickety-split, but the other did not. I mean, it's from the UK, so. Anyway, so that is my one set of the washi, and there's another coming up, I'll show you. Anyway, so this is my brain drain. Things I circled I didn't get to, and things I checked I did. It is what it is. This is a busy month, and I've since transferred everything, processed the page with the asterisk at the bottom. I've used the asterisk symbol forever. It's one of the things I've always done. I can't even remember, but I was very young because it's a good indicator. So anyway, each page that I've processed when I do my monthly review, I always do that. So here's some more. And I've already gone over in major detail all the deco stuff, so, but for those of you who didn't watch that video, that's why I'm just letting you know. So here is my plan of action, which are my next steps. Again, David Allen, getting things done method. Works like a champ. And I added this mini trim here. I love the pink palm. So my monthly focus, one little word, projects and my faith. Love it. And I did pretty good. My skincare, let me just get this pen. This is a Sarasa Dry, what's it called? Sarasa Dry Air Fit Grip 0.5. I got this from Cloth and Paper. I got 2 of these. And then on a different order, since I figured I love this pen so much, I got 2 of the black version. Highly recommend these. These write like butter. And that's saying a lot because I am a fountain pen person. But in any event, I did not write down a new skincare routine. I have since done some things, and I'll do a video on that, of my skincare routine. So basically, everything for one little word was a bust except I placed my order for 2021. Just didn't have time for it. But I will get to it. I still haven't finished 2020, but that's totally fine. You know, for me, with one little word, I just view it as this is part of my wellness, my self-care, and I'm not going to force myself or rush myself to do it when I'm not in the mood to do it or when time is of the essence and other things take precedence over it. So, I just bump that until I get to it. So, I have that on my agenda and on my docket to do because it is already January. My word of the year this year is Huga. And last year was consummate. There's a theme there. My bucket list, I did really well on that. Catch snowflakes on my tongue, did not happen. Baked bread did not happen. I didn't do a facial. But everything else, yay, 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 I did it. This section I have blocked off with a teardrop rose gold paper clip because it's part of my work section and just private things. Here are my unpublished videos, which I have since published all of these. Check actually those two off. And that one. I have a new series up for my P.W. Ackerman Ink collection series. And here are my published videos. Already published all of these, so I can put a check on all of them. And obviously all of those. I did 25 days of ink, which was a huge task. So that's why me doing that every single day, I couldn't get to my one little word stuff. There was just no way. So here is the other washi tape. So I just think it's adorable. It has gingerbread cookies and the flour and an icing cone made out of a bag to decorate. So I think that's super cute. My wellness section, pretty much the same. Fitness did not happen. Skincare, create a new routine. I've since started delving into that. My faith, I did well. Growth, I did well. Learning, did well. Expression, did well. And I made the little dots, all of these in here. Except these two, because I didn't do well on those. And here is my what I'm grateful for section. Now this is a real live planner. Here is the rolled out dough on this portion of the washi with rolling pin, by the way. Very cute. This is real life, and I don't mind that it's messy. I prefer everything to be neat, but in reality, when you're in a hurry, at least you want to get something on paper, and if you make a mistake, I just scratch it out, and I write messy when I'm in a hurry. My movies section. Oh boy. This one I really didn't have time for, except for we watched The Grinch and we watched the Jim Carrey version. Now every single one of these is still, except for that one. I own this on DVD, but so I just deleted it because it was off of like regular TV with the commercials, and it was like holding my DVR space hostage, so I deleted that since I do have it on DVD. I used to have this one on DVD and I let someone borrow it and they kept it, so I need to repurchase that DVD. But everything else is on my DVR. And then my monthly menu, I did really well with that. Groceries, I mean, I didn't need much. And I specifically and purposefully did that in November. As you can see here, here's one section of the grocery list. I mean, I must have spent at least $2,000, $2,500 on food for 2 people. Okay, so I did a huge stockpile so that way I could avoid going to the store during this pandemic this winter as much as I possibly could. That way we can be as safe as possible and weather the storm. The vaccines are rolling out already now, so that was smart on my part to do that. So we are stocked up and totally fine on the food, so I didn't really need much in December. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, we do get milk, creamer, vegetables, because I love my vegetables and my fruit, and then bread and eggs and things like that weekly. But as far in terms of dry goods, pastas and rice and all of that, we're good. And that takes time, so I spent the time to do all that shopping, and then I had to organize everything. We did it, and That's a lot of food for 2 people. But, again, like I said, I was trying to avoid going to the store and spending too much time in there. You know, especially during the holidays. I did not actually get to make my corn dip or my 007 dip. That is on the docket for this month. Hopefully we can do it. Because, yum, it's so delicious. I call it 007 dip because it is a long, long story. But anyway, this recipe is very secretive. Because the original person who gave it to the other person said to keep it a secret. And we're talking decades of secrecy on this recipe. So I call it 007 dip. Because I had to figure out what it was made out of, and I did. I was able to do that. It was extremely hard, but it's so delicious. Like, if you like cheese and crackers, and crudité, which I just love. I could eat that for dinner for a week straight. Then you will love this dip. So I will be making that hopefully this month. And you can freeze this. This freezes beautifully in your jelly jars. I like to use the short jelly jars for that because it just thaws beautifully like that. And it's just, I make it in my crock pot because it's cheese and you don't want it to get burnt or anything. Anyway, next, this is my monthly section, which I mainly utilized for my manicures and my Aunt Martha visit. That's how I use that primarily. And I have some upcoming things, and I'm trying to work out and flesh out something better because I want to incorporate more of my goals into my daily planning. And I'm not a, like, schedule things, except, like, appointment things, which I rarely have. And I don't like using time management that way, but as long as I get it done within that day or that week, I'm fine. But I would like to start adding those things in more. I do have obviously set up some of my goals that I want to do, but you know, with the new year you have new goals and things of that nature. Now here is my first weekly spread. I like the way that looks. And then I left myself one page for every day. And then I just like the deco, and I have things that I did written down and things that I was waiting on. That has since come in because that's the washi tape. So, and these little lines indicate Aunt Martha visits. So, and other things I had covered up for privacy, so I wouldn't spoil the surprise of what I ordered. Oh, still, I haven't shared that one thing, so we'll just leave that there. And then I did give myself a haircut. Now, my hair it's very long, and it has been for many years, and it's just straight. When I was younger, I used to do spiral perms. I'd go get my hair done and have a spiral perm, but it's been straight for many years, and it was past my okole, and now it's just above it. So my hair is still long, but I did cut a huge amount of hair off. I just needed to, wanted to, so I did it. And then here is my first weekly assessment. Some things are covered for privacy, but I've been enjoying doing a little scripted assessment. So that's what I did there. Honeydew list, and then phone calls, which I have covered up for privacy. And then whatever I've done, I mean, obviously, since I was doing 25 days of ink, I had to film like every day, so, and edit, and that takes time. So, other things had to be put on the back burner, if you will. So some days are just busier than others, and that's fine. As long as progress is made, I'm totally okay with that. And anything I'm waiting on, I added there. And I use different fountain pens and red pens like my Sarasa throughout this planner. And another one of my goals, because I have a book that I want to read, several of them. I have a stack of books, is more reading. And any orders that I made. The One Little Word 2021 finally came out on December the 16th, which I dislike. I wish it would come out in like September, because September or even August, you know, anywhere from there would be way better, because I don't like to wait. I like to have time to slowly set up my One Little Word for January, and it's planner season from September on for me, so I'm always busy setting up planners from September on. So anyway, that's another huge project. But this is well worth it doing. So I highly recommend One Little Word by Ali Edwards. You basically pick a word and then you have a prompt every month that you do. And you don't have to do any of the deco part of it at all. You don't. You don't need any of the items. You can just do it in a regular notebook. Totally fine. But I choose to go all out. I like doing all of that. So, because it's not just picking a word. Oh, my word. This is my word of the day. I mean, that's cool too. I mean, that's totally fun. But this is actually delving into that word as to what your why is. You know, and it goes on a much deeper level. So, I really recommend it. Here is my weekly assessment for the week ending on Sunday the 20th. I will share this. Some of it's covered for privacy, but endearing sentiments shared by expected and unexpected people. I am grateful that I am held in such high esteem. Blah, blah, blah. This is professionally. You know, I've worked very hard for that. So, I mean, and I'm not a bragger or a tooter of my own horn or anything. I'm a very humble person, but I am just really appreciative for the acknowledgement. It's always very nice. So that's since arrived. So I really, and I also took off. I had thick acrylic gingerbread men, girls and boys. So gingerbread men. That I also got from scrapbook.com, and I put it on with red line tape. And I since took those off and put them away for future use, as well, pardon me, as my stickers that are pop-up stickers. I took all of those out because I can reuse those again. And this planner was just out of hand, getting way too thick, so... And then just different things. And I like my planner thickums. I've said that. How many times? But, you know, you have to reel it in a little bit when it's this thick as it is. Plus, I like to reuse those things. Because they're expensive. I mean, collectively. So, I do like to reuse and recycle and upcycle those. types of things. Another weekly assessment. Oh, and I took my measurements here, which is very significant. I should say we took my measurements, my husband and I. I like doing that. Some things just didn't come. That one did come. Placed a Shein order for some clothes. I've since placed a second Shein order. Huh. Oh, this has since been done. I like, my shoes are Keens, K-E-E-N-S. I highly recommend those shoes. But I do like to wash them. They're like leather and suede, but you can still wash them. We don't wear our shoes in the house, obviously. It's just a thing. In Hawaii, I think that's when that started growing up, when I was young. We just don't wear shoes in the house because it's dirty, and so that is highly done there. And that's how I've always been. So, especially with coronavirus, ooh, I can't even imagine. But I do still like to wash those shoes and be as clean as possible. So, another weekly assessment. And then here was just another piece of paper. And I love that. Gingerbread house paper. And then my monthly assessment is much too private, so I just covered that up for privacy. This is more like the way I did this. It's totally scripted, and it's more of my diary form of how I document things. So I just kept this for me. But yeah, I gave myself a 2-page layout for that. And that is everything for my December flip. And here's January. Here's my snowflake theme. Love it. I just love this. This is my current month. Anyway, I already did a flip of that, so that is everything. And I highly recommend doing a bullet journal if you have time. But if you don't, that's totally fine. I mean, I have cloth and paper cameo and Levenger. I have a ton of printed, just show you some, half letter disc bound inserts, so you don't have to worry about making your own layouts. I made these dividers, so, and these are like the half size, half page task inserts, half page vertical inserts. So if you don't have time to do a bullet journal, you can always, there are plenty of different already printed layouts available online. So I said I would show you this. I'm done with that pen, so I can put that away. Now, and also, in case you didn't see my haul, I do have a friction eraser, so I don't have to, I love the way, how pristine this looks, so I don't want to ruin it, so I just have this one that I got from Jet Pens. Here's the package. Pilot Friction Eraser. In case you're interested, it's on Jet Pens. So anyway, on to my Spek. Love this. I think I showed this. Just put that on there. So, I love how slim this is. Love it. So this is a companion to this. I do have a cover for this, and I was using this Spek as my cover, but I've since switched it to the rest of the things I normally keep with this planner because this got so thick. So, just quickly show you. I've already shown this layout. So I have all my task cards for my bullet journal. Now I do have my task cards that are different for my half letter as well. I have a half letter reference planner that I utilize in conjunction with this planner. And this system works great. And then this is my monthly calendar. So this is Tomoe River paper. It's super thin, as you can see from the profile, and it's undated, has dot grid in the back. So this is undated, so you can just date this for the year. This is for future appointments and things of that nature, which I can't share with you because it's private, but I did want to just emphasize. And I haven't filled out the whole year, but just in case I change my mind. Anyway, so there's that. And then I have these that I made out of laminating sheets and copper Nouveau gilding flakes that I got in Old Town Alexandria at the Paper Source years ago. So I made all of these. I like to keep these in here, so I have them at the ready. And then I have one more downstairs. This one I made to open just on one side so it can go over my sheet. And then my square memos and chalkboard memo, rectangle transparent memos. So this one opens like this, and this one opens the same like that. So I like having those, and then my deco. Okay. This is completely extraneous, these things, but I like having them. So if I need to use them, I can, and they are at the ready. Now, I could also slip all of these things in this back pocket. This is a nice secretarial pocket. So I think I'll do that. So I'm just using my Spek for this monthly calendar, which I like having already made up for very important things. A lot of work-related things. So that's why, again, I'm not going to share that part. And then my task cards, because when you're planning your month, etc., or even just going through, it's good to have these task cards as just a reminder of things that you want to accomplish. So that's why I like having this with that. And that, my friends, is everything. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find it helpful. Stay tuned for upcoming things that I'm doing that are new. I'm gonna still, and I love the Getting Things Done method. I highly recommend that by David Allen. So I'll be utilizing that system, and still am as of September when I first started. And I want to incorporate goal planning as well more into my bullet journal system. So I hope you found this helpful, and if you liked what you saw, subscribe, and I hope you all are having a great start, I know I am, to your January 2021. Thank you ever so kindly for watching. Peace out.